Okay, so the latest update Abeka says here party said Chairman WONTUMI, he is bleeding big time. So what is really going on? Well, breaking news Abeka and said WONTUMI 95.9 FM together with the TV stations, no, it has been shut down with immediate effect. So the big question is, what is going on, and even how did this whole thing even started in the first place? Apparently, and opinion is information party said the NCA, that's the National Communications Authority, that's closed down a list of radio stations for a year broadcast breaches, and according to them, maybe or my wrong. Now this followed a year President Mahama in the 30-day grace period or the these TV and radio stations say, okay, you guys have not met the necessary criteria, the threshold, and even setting payments for your licensing fee. So we are suspending you. And apparently, one of them and one of these particular stations is WONTUMI station, WONTUMI FM. So the big question is, what is really going on, and what is even causing all of this in the first place? Apparently, in some way, people are pointing hands, say, WONTUMI and all digging because immediately after a year, information about say you're suspending Chairman WONTUMI in the radio station, quickly pay and the apology letter by an apology letter. It followed. What followed was a year WONTUMI sacking WONTUMI sacking some of his workers and even suspending some. Apparently, according to Chairman WONTUMI, suspension the license are suspended. A radio station, TV station license are suspended. It is not because of breaches of NCA or rules. It is because of some workers on radio. So I can say 9 new helicopter crash here. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Shashasie. Based on this, they believe say this may have triggered the closing down and the suspending of licenses of WONTUMI Radio. Now, this is the first time a particular political party is doing the same. We saw that way back in Akufo-Addo's time, they closed down many of NDC leaning stations, Radio Gold and so forth. But then before I bet to ask them, in summer your friend is saying, NC omudibe tuja ebe share iwi ani asanso ahwe apology a feature ma WONTUMI ene ne workers so eba yebe hwe ni nyina iti hwe ha. This is the press release NCA for the by detailing and giving the reason why these radio stations, their licenses have been suspended. Now if you look at this particular thing very closely, or see this coming from the National Communications Authority, this is a press release, or say NCA suspends operations of radio stations. So it reads, Accra 12 of August 2025, the National Communications Authority has suspended the operations of 9 radio stations for various infractions. This action follows the expiration of 30 days grace period granted by the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for defaulting radio stations to remedy the violation of the laws and regulations governing FM radio broadcasting in Ghana. 6 radio stations failed, refused, and neglected to comply with regulatory amnesty by taking no action. Consequently, the operations of the following stations have been suspended. Most of these people you have broadcast you have license now broadcast as a radio and a TV station in the country. There were certain rules and regulations that also follow. Maybe we want to mean radio station, so in same we want to mean acquisitions, we want to mean make it because radio station now they about obetimi akokan semo so na obetimi akokan semo so ama ede oyene aba omani nyina mu nti no ye mo sa rules and regulations no yes okay sa 30-day grace period no mo fan chere say okay yesua nyansa ye nye mistake we biom ade ne ye nye biom ati ase na yenu ye ho anase se an will be putting things in place. But after sa 30-day grace period, that is Excellency John Dramani Mahama or the master radio stations, you won't say some and most of these radio stations are still doing the what is not needed and are still going back to do their old ways. And one of them happened to be Chairman WONTUMI radio station. To share the list of radio stations, there were 6 in total. Number 1, Don Plus Multimedia Limited, which has a frequency of 105.9. It has been suspended. Your Dreams Ghana Media Limited, which has a frequency of 104.9, which is at New Ebrim. It has also been suspended. Your Jam Multimedia Limited, which also has a frequency of 101.3. Kintampo, which has also been suspended. Your Dual Group Limited, which has a frequency of 102.7, and also a Dual Yao in Kwanta, and also it has also been suspended. Your Pandai Star Community Radio, and also Pandai, it has also been suspended. And your Unique Gateway Communications Limited, 104.5 in Koko, and also it has been suspended. Now remember, I say this is not just the list of a year we are a buy year, because down hono a hona chema WONTUMI radio stations in ABPM are more ebema. The reason why they are suspending this radio station with immediate effect to share or say, whereas many of the violating stations took steps to remedy breaches during the amnesty period, 3 stations failed to remedy some of the breaches, including unauthorized use of studio to transmitter STI frequencies and unapproved transmitter locations. Consequently, the operations of the following stations have been suspended for operating without a certificate of compliance in violation of Regulation 54 of the Electronic Communications Regulations 2011, Section 1, Clause 1 of the 1991 Constitution. So basically, these radio stations say transmitted based on unapproved transmission locations, and consequently they breach the laws of the laws and compliance of the Electronic Communications Regulations Act. These 3 radio stations and our media houses are as follows. Number 1, a WONTUMI Media Company Limited, frequency 95.9, location Accra, it has been suspended. The same WONTUMI Multimedia Company Limited, 101.3 Kumasi, it has been suspended. The same WONTUMI Multimedia Company Limited, 101.3 FM Takrade, it has also been suspended. So WONTUMI Media Company, the one in Accra, the one in Kumasi, and the one in Takrade, all of these radio stations have been suspended with immediate effect. Now it further goes on to say the NCA will continue to monitor the broadcasting to ensure compliance with the relevant authorization condition and the laws and regulations governing the operation of broadcasting services in Ghana. And definitely we nipa and Sabesha say Samjo. So immediately this was announced by NHMA WONTUMI any radio station quickly press release about say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Achao. So why are they begging? Let's read this. Or say, apology to President John Dramani Mahama, the NDC, and the general public. Now it reads, say, WONTUMI TV wishes to express its sincere and unreserved apology to President John Dramani Mahama, the National Democratic Congress, and general public over recent comments made by one of our on-air presenter alleging that President had a hand in the recent tragic military helicopter crash. The management of WONTUMI TV wishes to inform the general public that comments made by our presenter Achinkwa Nana Kofi Asari on Saturday, 9th August, do not in any way represent the views or position or policy of WONTUMI TV. We acknowledge that the statement was inappropriate, unfounded, and contrary to our station's value and professionalism, accuracy, and fairness in broadcasting. The remarks were made without evidence and do not reflect the views, policies, or editorial position of WONTUMI TV. So now WONTUMI party some presenter bako I think Achinkwa Nana or so, or party say Achinkwa can say me say now no plane crash see John Dramani Mahama in same sacrifice or call send be at the end of the day no you name job or person or the year and no na WONTUMI patch say since sema present you can win him in fact all can some no muni ho clearly they are distancing themselves from it. It goes on to say the management of WONTUMI TV wishes to inform the general public that the comments made by the presenter Achinkwa Nana do not in any way present the views, position, or policy of WONTUMI TV. We acknowledge that the statement was inappropriate, unfounded, and contrary to the station's values, professionalism, and fairness in broadcasting. Okay, I think it's a honey read that. As a responsible media house, we deeply regret the distress and reputational harm these may have caused to the president, the NDC, and the affected families. We wish to assure our cherished audience and the public that immediate steps are being taken to ensure to address the matter. Disciplinary action will be taken against the presenter in question, and we have reinforced our editorial guidelines to ensure that all our on-air personalities speak only to verified facts and credible reports and credible records. See, I don't party say. The reason why they believe this is happening, okay, is because of Insimbia or presenter Bakoka say. Now, no, helicopter crash you see John Dramani Mahama Onimubi. Then Sasha here, and according to WONTUMI, they know nothing about it, and also they do not share in the views and opinions of this particular people. Now, it goes on to say, going forward, it will be taking steps to make sure say in Symbion Baking Piano, it will be presented with facts and figures, which WONTUMI never adheres to the rules. It further goes on to say WONTUMI TV remains committed to upholding the highest standards of journalism and ethical broadcasting. We will continue to provide our views with accurate, balanced, and respectful content at all times. We extend our condolences to the family of those who have lost their lives in a tragic accident and call for unity and sensitivity in discussing matters of national grief. And this was signed by WONTUMI. So WONTUMI believes, because of Nseme against John Dramani Mahama. But then the National Communications Authorities also citing say these TV stations have violated the rules and regulations, the ethical violation. So we leave to see if all of this is going to come into play. In fact, WONTUMI even retweeted this on their official social media handle with John Dramani with the caption saying, "Apology to President John Dramani Mahama, the NDC, and the general public." So as you can see, this is exactly what is really going on. But then, as to say, these things are abandoned. If it is going to remedy the whole thing, we don't know. And then need station, we don't know. As to whether what they said also caused this suspension, we don't know. So, at the end of the day, we need to see what will really going on, because crowd, especially we uploading on YouTube crowd, we adhere to YouTube terms and policies. They may be how to mean can't. Maybe want to mean yet in simple want to mean can it will shock you to know say the court rates at two screens so say okay you be we in a woman ne yankata address no any certain vital part house address ne the postal address now the video will be taken down. Okay, so and if you would be any to so any permission and no credit me the video now but down, so we all adhere to a certain standard or policy. Let us see the way going forward if a apology or media brief is going to have any impact on the ban. And I said the ban here, if it's going to be lifted thereafter. I'll be giving you more updates on this issue.